Peaceful streaming. So I'm continuing on the garden job, which was something about the garden being in terrible shape after a construction job, I think. Let's see. This is the weirdest light. Is this, do I have this on? Okay, I'm gonna put this on real time. There, it's a little bit brighter. Although the light is really strange sometimes. Maybe it's just my monitor, but it just seems really dark. So, okay, let's see. Um, so there's a lot to do here. I think I'll do some of the grass roll stuff in one of the other areas just to mix in the boring stuff with the more interesting stuff. Okay, so this area is done. This I still don't get that. Them having us do all these on one side. It's just very strange. Okay, so this area obviously needs grass roll. Um, you know, I tell my husband I'm going to do streaming, and then all of a sudden he's like pounding on something in his office. Anyway, okay, so let's see how closely it'll let me get this. And then it'll tell me, no, you can't. It has some kind of weird message sometimes. Okay, it didn't do it this time. I'll just go there, I guess. Isn't that weird? I'll try to get that one area. I might not be able to, but I do this. It may tell me I can't do it, but when I pick it up, it'll be done. Yep. Okay, cool. Now, of course, I have this whole roll of stuff, but I'm sure I'm going to use it. So, okay, so in this area, I really just have a tiny bit left, but I'm going to do them all at once. So that looks like a medium, I think. You know what? I'm going to see if I can bring it closer. Yep. Sometimes it gives you a message. I can't remember the message. It's a little strange, but oh, okay. There's a little bit here. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's do this. There's a stupid fly flying around my desk. Oh, wow. That must have been from one of the construction things. Extra small, I think. Well, let me actually... yeah, there we go. Okay. I mean, in real life, maybe that would spring back, but, you know, who knows. Okay, let's see. Well, I guess that's a large. And let's see. You know, a lot of this is so much guesswork trying to figure out which size to use, where to stop. I mean, I think I'm getting somewhat better at it, but, you know, I guess it all is just practice, just like anything else. Oh, of course it's too small. I don't see using an XL here. Okay, so let's... Ooh, I missed a little, didn't I? Shoot. Here. Oh, that didn't work. That's weird. Guess I didn't have a place right. Huh. Okay. I think a large should work. Well, okay. There. Okay, so that part is done. Now, let's see, I guess it wants me to spread grass wall here. So here's one section, then here's another section. Stepping stone, okay, so this is where the pool is going in. Wow, really? How big is this small, above ground pool small? Oh, above ground. Oh, okay, Well, I think I'll do this part on the edge though, because, I can't imagine the pool is going to cover like everything here. Hey, Lua, how are you doing? Oops, oh, I forgot. I'm not going to see the grass roll there. That's good. Yeah, I've been really sick. I got my vaccine booster on Tuesday afternoon, and I knew I'd probably be sick because I've been sick almost every time, and it was worse than I thought. So I'm still not feeling great, and I still have a fever, but I had 104. They've just been yeah. I didn't do a stream Wednesday. Yesterday I did one, although it was a little even that was just a little tough for me. Because this is the fever just left me really like wrung out. So yeah, since luckily I decided to do this when I had, yeah, my brain's working. I had arranged to take Wednesday and Thursday off, and today we have off because, well, we always have the Friday off of spring break week. So, so luckily well, theoretically I didn't have to work. I actually did some work on Wednesday because the new executive assistant needed help. So, but I got up the Zoom call with her and I took my temp and it was 104. So I'm pretty sure that when I talked to her, I was relatively coherent, but it was probably a close thing. Yeah, so it's been a little bit of a rough week. But yeah, it's been interesting. Yeah, I mean, trying to remember. Yeah, like the one I did yesterday was late because I just was like, I was not at all sure that I was going to, why is it like they're perfectly happy for you not to put grass roll in some places? I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do anything, and then I was like, I feel okay, so I decided to to do it, but it was like, I don't know, 740 or something. Out of video card, so hopefully. Oh, really? It's funny. My son and I were just texting. He's at work, but today we were texting about video cards because we were just looking at some of them, and the prices are just very strange still. So the question is trying to figure out whether the prices are gonna go down, so whether it makes sense to wait. But the odd thing is apparently the supply is back to reasonable amounts. Amazon had a good deal. That's actually what he was saying. I forget why he texted me. I forget why. We had a long text conversation, but the weird thing is there was an article that was saying that the prices, that the stock, that stuff was back in stock, but the retailers are not bringing the prices back to normal, which, isn't exactly a huge shock. If a retailer thinks that people have become used to a certain price, then they have absolutely no incentive to fix that price back to what it was, unless other retailers, start selling it for a reasonable amount. Huh. Yeah, I need to start looking around. I think I'm probably going to wait until I've gotten my first paycheck from this new job. I think that makes more sense, although of course it's very tempting, but I actually have to build a whole new PC. So that it's like that's why I was texting with my son about it, because he had found some on Amazon that were he said 3050s that were a good price, and so that's why I started thinking about it. But I ended up just saying no. I'm going to wait on that, but find me a good case and I'll get started on that, because I know the prices probably are pretty stable, or have been relatively stable on those. So yeah, it's a real pain in the behind, I have to say. I guess a lot of the problem was because of cryptocurrency, which is just, I guess, I might be getting this wrong, but my impression was that they were saying that a lot of graphics cards are bought, or the graphics cards had been bought to create cryptocurrency. I might be completely wrong about that, but anyway. So, but that, whatever it was, I know cryptocurrency had something to do with it, along with the pandemic. There just have been like a ton of reasons why we kind of have just gotten slammed with, problem after problem. So, yeah, it's kind of sucks. Trying to figure out which one to use. But yeah, I don't want to be cynical, but it feels like the consumer is just being like completely screwed over and over nowadays. There were legitimate reasons, and I'm not sure if a lot of those reasons apply anymore. But the retailers and manufacturers are still just, sticking it to us. And the oil producers, are like, oh well, it's summer, so there's more fuel used, so of course we have to raise the prices, because it's just like, come on, give me a break. But I also remember the 70s really well, so. Really? Yeah, well, there's that. And the other thing was, although this is not as much of an issue, this is not as much of a factor when you're talking about graphics cards. The problem was also during the pandemic that all of a sudden everyone had to have a computer at home for work. And so there were, a lot of laptops and desktops um, bought, but for most of those, you didn't have to have a really good graphics card, but you did have to have a graphics card. So there is that. Um, I don't, am I supposed to, how am I supposed to smush this together? I guess I maybe should have started over here. But yeah, so I mean, there definitely was a perfect storm. But a lot of those factors, should have settled by now. And uh, there are a lot of companies that are claiming that there's, they have to raise prices. What was it? What company was it? I don't remember if it was a specific one. Said that they had to raise prices because of supply chain issues, blah blah blah. But they made huge profits last year, so it's like wait, and they gave their CEO like a huge raise. So it's, I tend to be somewhat cynical when it comes to, because I actually have always been interested in business. I have no idea why. You would not think so, knowing if you know the rest of my interests. But so, it's like, come on. If your profits are huge, um, wow, yeah. Wow. He must have had a pretty high end one when he had it built. It must have been pretty high end at that time. Well, yeah, I guess if it was 3K 10 years ago, then that definitely was high end. But obviously it's paid off. I mean, you know, he's gotten his money's worth. We got the one I'm playing on. My husband got me for Christmas from I think Costco. So it was just, your um basic one, but as I always do, I added shoot, a new graphics card because I never go with the default graphics card. But so then I think I had said so in 2020 we were like, okay, so my husband's is even older than mine, and we wanted him to be able to play. My son and I want him to be able to play Flight Simulator, which is pretty much the only game he's interested in. And supposed to do 26 here. Okay. Um, and so and then the pandemic happened in early 2020. So, hi, Mr. Evil. Am I supposed to be playing the game at 8? No, well, I'll probably be doing a House Flipper stream. I hope you mean 8 p.m. because I'm not a morning person, and 8 a.m. my time or anyone else's time would be painful. But I'll probably be doing, like, I try to start at 6 and then do 2 streams, but somehow it never really ends up that way. But I'm not sure what's going to happen tonight since I do still feel kind of like crap. But I'm kind of like, for the next couple days, it's definitely going to be like until I feel better. It's going to be just, do I feel well now? Yes. Okay, then I'll stream. Because I'm really still kind of knocked for a loop by my my vaccine booster thing. So, but I have to admit I am a little erratic sometimes. Yeah, wow, that is really high end. But but it obviously, as I said, it obviously is paid off. I mean, 10 years ago, 3K, that's definitely, and just changing the hard drive, you said, that definitely sounds like he he made the right decision, even if you don't consider what happened in the last couple of years. Oh, this is actually garden. I tend to do the garden ones at lunch because um, I do it most of the time by real time, my time. So if I like at least this time of year, if I tried to do the garden ones at night, it would be too dark. So yeah, this is just garden. So I'll do. I mean, I'm pretty consistent. So I'll do the. Thank you, Alua. Um, so I do the house ones at night, and then the garden one I just do generally at lunchtime. Although, of course, this time it's not my lunch hour, but it's relatively. It's kind of lunchtime for me. Um, Excuse me. Oh yeah. So yes, it's just been a rough couple of days. um. Oh wow. Now I have to decide which pattern do I hate the least. This is why I end up a lot of times with just the solid ones. So how are you doing, Mr. Evil? Okay, so maybe this is not. There are no good choices. um. Okay. Well, this one's decent, I guess. Tabletop brown, as opposed to. Oh, that's nice-ish. Glad to hear it. Like I said, though, remember, if you're not, you can always say feeling like crap if you are on here, because I definitely have no problem talking about if anything is bothering you. A little fuzzy today, but you know. Hey, Lua, your computer hates you. I know the feeling. Yeah, you tired? Is any reason you did? Well, of course, it can be hard. Your sleep patterns change so much when you're younger. That's one problem. Um. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting that this is a section thing where you have to like be in the section. It's a nice table though. Who would have thought? Well, let's see. Wait a minute. How are you supposed to put chairs at a table like that? Well, so I guess I'll do these late. Gray coffee. That doesn't. Gray coffee? Okay, that's a new one. Gray coffee. Well, it does match the. Okay, well, it does match. I think I'll just stick with gray coffee. It does match the table. So I think that'll look nice. But I think today, tonight, I forget. I think I'm definitely gonna, I think, work on the inn, but also I need to finish one of the other ones up. Um, you know, that can be really complicated to find out. Um, we've been trying to figure out. My son for years has been having problems. He has sleep apnea, but he's had a CPAP machine, and there still seems to be a problem. So he's going to start seeing it. A lot of it has to do with if you have a good doctor. And the thing is, we have really good doctors where we are, and he's seen a lot of specialists, and no one has figured it out. And they're all kind of like, yeah, we can't find any problems, so there's no problem. But yeah, it can be pretty tricky to find out why that is. You might want to, for some reason, I don't know why, but they have been finding a lot of people with sleep apnea. So you might want to just see if they could check that out for you, because if it's like for my son, it's probably genetic because my husband has it too. Although I'm not really sure that they know why he has it. But my dad actually has it too. And he's not my biological dad. So there you go. There's absolutely no connection between he and my son. Oh, you don't have sleep apnea. Okay, so they've ruled that out. Um, Yeah, and as Lewis said, ADHD can cause sleep issues, which is um, which is something I run into occasionally, or it might be anxiety. I don't know. Um, sometimes it's really hard with ADHD to get my brain to stop like moving at night. Um, so yeah, but I do know one thing is, so do you have trouble falling asleep, or do you have trouble staying asleep, or do you sleep like what seems like normal a good amount of time, but you're still tired? Because that's actually what's happened to my son. He even when he sleeps what seems like a decent amount, he's still tired. So that's why it's a problem, and we can't seem to find a doctor who is like as far as I'm concerned, if he's still tired, then then there is a problem. But the doctors seem to think that if they can't find the problem, do you know what I mean? Then there isn't a problem, which to me is like no. Yeah, sometimes it's really bad, especially if there's something going on at work, um or if obviously if I'm worried about something, um pretty much anything. So yeah, sometimes it's just yeah, it's a drag sometimes. Especially because with MS, I am absolutely supposed to get enough sleep. And let me see, will these colors go? And so I don't always, and that's not good. But I think these are kind of nice. And then I'll do the other one in green. I mean, the other thing is that a lot of people are hard for you to go to sleep. So, one thing that I've had a problem with in the past is the blue light thing. So, for instance, in let's see, Christmas of 2020, 2020, I think, my husband got me a um, a new tablet, and the thing's huge. And so, like in January, I was having insomnia like every night, and then I finally realized the light was so much brighter than the one I had on the tablet. And I read every night before I go to sleep. And so what was happening is the blue light was keeping me awake. So I started doing the dimming thing, and and it that went away. Oh, okay, Lou. I'll talk to him about that. Um, no one has had any really good ideas. The good thing is though, he's going to stop seeing his pediatrician because he's 19, and he's going to see our doctor, who my husband and I both really like. And in fact, when we went to get our boosters the other day, the pharmacist said, "Oh, we love her." She's a really, really good doctor, very well informed. A lot of GPs really well, aren't well informed enough. They don't keep themselves well informed about enough different topics um, you know, that they are as good as a specialist, for instance, in some ways. So, but she's really good, especially because we have very complicated health situations, all three of us. So she's great. So I mean, to me, like that's the answer, is getting to almost any problem, is if you have a good doctor. And the weird thing is, so the neurologist that I see for my MS, my husband sees her for his sleep apnea, and my son saw her at least once for his sleep apnea or his sleep problems. And she's good, but for some reason, she hasn't been able to help my son, and she specializes in sleep. So at this point, I trust our doctor, our family doctor, that he's going to start seeing to not be satisfied until she figures out what the problem is, because that's the way she is. Instead of just saying, well, we didn't find anything wrong, so there's nothing wrong, which I absolutely hate. But Mr. Evil, I just try. I know, you know, just make sure that you've got like the dark, what am I trying to say? The dark mode on everything. When you, a couple hours before you go to sleep, because, you know, if you do, then obviously it's something else. But, I mean, the other thing is that you do, like, from your age on, you are going to have some problems sleeping, but it shouldn't necessarily be that you have trouble going to sleep. So, but teenagers do become, it's really weird. Apparently for a few years, teenagers become like night owls. I don't know if they figured out why, but it happens. So, so it may be that your sleep pattern's changing. I don't know. But if you can, depending on your, you know, where you live, if there's someone who's a sleep specialist, then that would probably be good. Problem is, a lot of people don't take someone your age seriously, which is really obnoxious to me, but not unusual, unfortunately. And so it's just, you have to just really be persistent with them. Which I hate that attitude. Absolutely hate it. It's very annoying to me. I wonder if I can... So is this a different area? Yes, it is different. Okay, so I'm going to put that back. Yeah, anyway, it really pisses me off when people don't respect anyone under the age of 20 just because they're under the age of 20. It's very annoying to me. But Alua, I will definitely suggest that he tries that if he can. I mean, he does have he does have a job, but he's also, I mean, he's spent so many years being tired all the time that he may be willing to try anything. And I was pretty disappointed in our neurologist that how am I supposed to put this? I don't understand how I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to fill this area up. This is very strange. But I don't know. She's let me down a couple times too, so it's not completely new. Okay, so, oh, crud. Okay, so I'm going to have to find something that fits in between. I don't quite see what they're trying to do here with this. So there's nothing over here. Stepping stones, 25 stepping stones, and the above ground. Okay, so that part will be easy. This I just don't get. I must have no vision or something, because there's nothing here. I don't know. That seems a little weird. And over here, nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. We're going to put more furniture. I get it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm going to I'm trying to get keep texting him because he tells me, remind me to call the doctor. Make an appointment, because new patient appointments take, you know, you don't usually take a month or so at least before you get them, because they're obviously not urgent in most cases. So Alu Arbor? Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. So it's like it's okay, I get it. Okay, shoot. So we're supposed to buy a bench. Oh god, these again. Let's see. I guess I'll go with they don't have this in gray coffee. That's such a weird name. Gray coffee. Actually, that's not a bad color combination. I have no idea what to... Let's do that. That looks extremely sophisticated. Boy, this thing is huge. And please tell me there's only one. Yes, okay, good. Bench and bench with cushions? Okay, let's see what we have here. Bench and bench with cushions. Wait. Okay, so that went away. Very strange. Okay. So we'll do this. That center was Japanese elm. Okay. I suppose I should probably have made it match the wood. Well. Roof, blue. Okay, sure. Metal, black. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, this thing's cool. Kind of. I mean, it is. I'm just trying to figure out best way to place it. Wait. Oh, I have to assemble it. I was like, why is it transparent? Okay. Now I understand. I have to leave for a couple of minutes. Okay, no problem. Okay, I cannot seem to screw this in. Oh, okay. I have no idea what I just did. It didn't seem like I was doing anything. Wow. Okay. A lot of screws. Okay, so that's nice. That's cool. I actually wouldn't mind something like that for our yard for the summer, for our patio. That's nice. Okay, so then I just need to do the pool. This bothers me a little. Oh, okay, let's do this. So I would like to figure out how to connect these, although does it really matter? I probably should be able to figure this out. So composite decking board. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So I can probably fill this in. Beach, was that it? So I can kind of fill that in. More or less. Should I have gone out with, wait a minute. I guess I could have tried this one. Let's try that one, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really confident about these things. They don't seem to work terribly well for me, but oh, okay. So that did work. So I can actually sell this one. I mean, it looks a little weird, but I mean, if it were real life, I would obviously have done it differently than this. But it's not real life, so. Okay, pool. Oh, no options. Okay, how big is this thing? So I want to put some more grass down because I don't think it's going to cover everything. And then after I do it, I will not be able to use the grass roll up until the edge. So let's do it. Wow, what a messy. Yeah, you know, I will probably, let's see. Yeah, I'll probably only be doing this another 10 minutes. I think I'll be done in like 10 minutes. I could add flowers and stuff, but I think I'll save a lot of that for when I'm doing the you know, flips of that almost only a garden thing and stuff like that. And this this backyard has a lot in it. Oh, really? So I forget, are you actually sewing those, or are you decorating those, or are you making those like in a t-shirt making thing, or I don't remember what you were doing with them. Putting the names on. Yeah, jeez. I am very impressed. Place stepping stones. Oh, great. Now I have to figure out where do they want. So maybe from here to there, I guess. Maybe. No, apparently not. If they want all the stepping stones in here. Okay, well, I guess I'll just see. Sometimes it's really like gray, dark gray. Oh, wow, these are huge. These aren't exactly stepping stones. Oh, no. Am I supposed to wait? Am I supposed to be putting these around the pool? I'm not going to be able to fit them unless I do not understand what they want this to look like. I'm confused. I'm supposed to be putting 25 of these down? Was I supposed to put... Okay. Is the pool supposed to be on them? Because it doesn't look like it would be really amenable to that. It looks like it's... I'm just going to sell the thing and see. I just don't get the feeling that it is willing to sit on those stepping stones, because it didn't seem like it was. But maybe I'm wrong. Wait, the size just changed randomly. That was weird. No, did I scroll or something? Nope, that wasn't it. Well, that was strange. Wait, it just got smaller again. Am I doing something that is changing this? I did not feel like I was. Huh. Wow, they're really picky. Okay, well, let's do moment of truth now and see if the pool will actually go on them. It will. Okay, so the game just wants me to prepare the grounds. Oh, these are a pain. They really are a pain. Why did they want stepping stones instead of just, I don't know, gravel? I guess gravel hurts your feet. Oh, okay. Thanks. So they just randomized the size. I kind of appreciate that in theory. Oh, Cricut. You know, I kept meaning to get one, and then I just realized I probably would not get around to it. That's one of the fun things with ADHD is like you get excited about projects, and then you get the stuff for it, and then all of a sudden, after a couple months, a lot of the time you're like, eh. Okay, those two don't want to fit together. Sometimes I stuck with knitting for a long time, and then once we started our YouTube channel, I just did not have time along with everything else, which was kind of depressing. Although I committed to making a sweater for my step granddaughter, so I'm obviously going to do that. Oh, really? Yeah. I think I probably would have used it, like, if I had gotten it when my son was younger, I probably would have used it for more stuff, but that time has passed. He is definitely not, at his age, he just doesn't, it doesn't, his age doesn't generate the type of stuff where you need to do stuff for a party or, for his class or something like that. His 19-year-old working a full-time job doesn't really merit or introduce the same needs. And I, like, because I worked, I don't know if it was our school, but his elementary school, but there was the weirdest, like, clique that, and this was like every single year, it wasn't just like 1 year, that the women who you're on what do you mean you're on fire? Oh my god, that is a lot of shirts. Mr. Evil, what do you mean you're on fire? Are you slowly melting? I don't think so. Yeah, we it was the weirdest thing, but like the other working moms and I, it was like, so we couldn't make it there a lot, to, like, I would take vacation days to try to make like important parties and like help out and stuff. And the other working moms and I were like kind of felt like the moms who didn't work and were like homeroom moms and stuff, just kind of, they were like in this clique, and so they would kind of say hi to us, and then oh god, 22 degrees, that I do not have the capacity to deal with that. I could not deal with that anymore. We now have gotten to where we used to live in Connecticut, and we had very hot summers and very cold winters, and now we're so wimpy we just can't deal with either one, hot or cold. And I will totally admit to being a wimp. These are a pain to try to get. Wow, these are a pain. I hope I don't get another job with these. I don't remember doing this one before. Did I not? I'm sure I did this one. This is a pain. I hate to bitch about this, but it is a pain. Yeah, the random sizes I totally get, but it does make it a little difficult. It does make it look more natural and everything, but the problem is, so okay, in real life you'd be able to put these closer together, and so it's unrealistic that you're not able to here, which, like I said, the one thing that bugs me is if it's harder to do than it is in real life, that just, to me, doesn't make sense, because this is a game. It's not supposed to be harder. Oh, you're looking at moving to Florida? Yeah, I mean, that way at least you're only having to accustom yourself to one type of weather. It is, well, at least where we usually or used to go. The humidity was pretty bad. That's on the West Coast, and the center, the humidity is really bad too. So that's the main problem, but you do get used to it. Okay, so now I can put the pool down apparently. I guess I'll even this out with a couple more. Yeah, we used to spend, my sister and I used to spend like a month in the summer there. So my parents we come down with my parents and they'd be there a couple weeks, then they had to go back to work. They'd take my youngest sister, and my other sister and I would stay with my grandparents for 2 more weeks. And my grandparents did not believe in air conditioning. They would run it for a little, like half an hour in the evening to cool the house down. But other than that, there was no air conditioning. So we just spent Florida summers without air conditioning. So, but then we hadn't gone for a while. What? I'm supposed to buy more of these here. Where am I supposed to put them? I guess over there. I'm slowly dying of fire. Mr. Evil, what are you talking about? Your husband jumped out of a perfect good plane at one time? I feel like I still have a fever because you're saying that and Mr. Evil's talking about being on fire. I'm getting confused. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying. But so then we went in 2012, like the whole family. Oh my God, it was like we couldn't take it at all. So we had become such wimps. But that's the thing. You do get accustomed to it after a while. And normal people would have air conditioning, unlike my grandparents. What did I not do? Yeah, my grandparents, were around during the. What didn't I do? Around during. Oh, it's because I didn't. Oh, okay. Around during the Depression. So, Oh, okay. And he hurt his back? Did they take care of him? Wait. So now it finished? No, that's not finished. Did I really not do this? Oh, because it's over here. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop being so picky and put it where I want it. Okay. Oh no. Did they take care of him? Because I have to say I have not heard great things about the military and injuries. My dad was in the Air Force, and my uncle actually also I think was in the Air Force. So he bounced sorta. That's not too encouraging. But his back still hurts him. They tried to say he shouldn't have jumped that day. Mr. Evil, you have to be more clear. Tell us what's going on. That sounds about on par with because the problem is someone screwed up and they don't want to admit that someone screwed up. So then they try to put it on the person who's injured. Yeah. That sounds about on par with what I've heard, unfortunately. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, those are tiny. Okay. Yeah, but I heard that, but the light was green. So someone screwed up. Obviously, the chute should not have folded. Um, and they don't want to admit that someone screwed up, which is generally, yeah, not a surprise. But I heard the VA, it takes like forever to get appointments and stuff. But I guess if he's got an ongoing thing, then like I have workers' comp because I herniated 2 discs opening a window on campus in our building. The heat was broken, and I had been in a building. I was on the building safety committee, and like 2 weeks before this happened, I was in one of the meetings, and I was like, okay, well, we're having this problem where the heat's broken. I have MS. I can't get overheated. And what are we supposed to do? We've tried this, and this, and everything. So someone who was in charge, like there was just dead silence. And someone who was in charge said, well, how about, I guess for now we'll have to open the window. So 2 weeks later, I open the window, herniate 2 discs, and there I have the minutes of the meeting in email where someone told me, open the window. So they were totally screwed. So, but because I have, an appointment, they then make the next appointment when I'm in that one, then it's not as bad. Okay. Fantastic insurance to the post office. Yeah, government health insurance is good. That's actually why my husband and I got married when we did. Because I was diagnosed with MS. I got fired 3 weeks later for having MS. And my husband and I had been planning to get married, but not till the next year. So, but he was a congressional aide, and the congressman he worked for was up for re-election, and so we were a little concerned that just in case that he might not get reelected, which he didn't. And so we got married so that I could get on his health insurance. Oh, yeah, that's good. So you have 2 different kinds of insurance. That's fantastic. Yeah, and they're good, too. Well, that's good. Even though the Army screwed up, or the military screwed up. What else is new? I guess one of the worst things is, as far as the VA, is mental health insurance or mental health care. I guess a lot of people are having trouble, and what the government was doing for a while, which hopefully they've stopped, is trying to discharge people who had like IED brain injuries and stuff. They tried to discharge them dishonorably, I mean, so that they wouldn't have to cover their insurance. I might be getting the details wrong, the exact details wrong, but I mean, my dad was in Vietnam. He came back, and of course no one talked about this then, but he definitely had PTSD, and but no one talked about it. So he just dealt with it over the years as well as he could, Mr. Evil, are you okay? Queen as in Queen, or yeah, I know. I was gonna say, Queen spelled like Queen and King, or is actually Queen with K or QW? No, I can't remember. QWEEN, because I have definitely heard of Queen with spelled like QUEEN. That was definitely my generation. I can't even tell you how many times I think when I was in high school, we heard "We Are the Champions" like many, many times. I'm pretty sure. I graduated in 1980. I'm pretty sure that that was before that. Hopefully I'm not wrong. The band Queen from the 80s. No. The band. Well, I mean, Queen could have been banned on, you know, some songs, I suppose, but I don't want to claim that I'm that familiar with them because I'm not. I mean, at least the one I'm talking about, the band I'm talking about, because I'm not. I mean, it wasn't, I don't, you know, it was fine, but it wasn't exactly my kind of music. I mean, it wasn't not my kind of music, but I just listen to different stuff. I'm just spiffing this up a little. I don't know why. Let's put a weight, let's put one of each color. These are so pretty. Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna finish this up soon because I didn't really eat this morning. I mean, it's not morning anymore, but I just haven't been feeling great. But I need to eat because I'm hypoglycemic. So I need to go get something to eat soon. I will be back later. Obviously, I'm gonna. Well, actually, I guess I should rest to ensure that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do 2 streams as usual tonight. Need to go. Here's God. Oh God. Okay. You have to sweep and mop a gym. Oh my God, you are so good. Do the other parents appreciate you? Because it sounds like you are very dedicated. I feel like I'm going to put another bench over here. Yeah, I'm going to put a little more furniture here. Not sure what. But it just seems kind of stupid to have this this long thing here with nothing on it. So I think I'll put another couch. Ooh. No, okay, yeah. Or some kind of lounge chair or something. Oh, a hammock. I love hammocks. Not that that will fix that problem. Is there room for a hammock? This is, well, okay. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. I totally understand. That was always so much fun. I think what we did is because we were both working, I think we donated money or something. Like we donated time as much as possible, but it was like you could donate money or time. And since, and I think we donated money for various things, like our son was on baseball and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know. It's totally understandable. Right. Yes. Yes. I mean, that was what we did. We did I forget what this was for. I don't think this was for school. Um I forget what it was for. It was like that kind of thing, but we always try to do as much as possible in person. It just um you know, it just we only had so many vacation days, and me being sick all the time, I used most of mine. So it didn't really work out too well. I think that kind of matches the other furniture, right? Okay. Well, anyway, so I'm going to get going and finish this. Um, I guess I should. I guess I should do a snapshot, and then I don't have to worry about whether the whether the game will do a crummy job in taking a picture. This tree is kind of in the way, I have to say. Oh well, okay. Um, can't really see the pool though. The kid is going to help. Well, that sounds fair to me. I'm not sure our son ever helped with this stuff. He probably did. Yeah, he probably did. I think. But you know it is. Kids don't, no offense, Mr. Evil, but kids usually are like try to find any excuse to like not participate in taking care of this stuff. Um, I'm sure I was that way too. There was always better stuff to do than to help with setting things up and stuff. So it's completely understandable. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the finish job, and then I'm gonna go into a long. It'll go into a long, probably a long loading screen. So I'm gonna sign off essentially. In other words, I'm gonna stop talking, even though the stream won't stop right now. But I just wanted to thank you guys for stopping by, Mr. Evil. I hope you are not on fire anymore. Oh, another one bites the dust. That is the queen that I was talking about. Yes, and that Elo was talking about. Yes. Another, I assume that's a, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, I mean, their music is pretty good. It's just that to a great extent, when you grew up with it, you're a little more blasé about it. And in the intervening time, you've started listening to other music. And like, for instance, my son is really into 80s music. And I'm like, yeah, the 80s were not the best music, but hey, have fun with it, because it really, yeah, the 80s were just not what not definitely not what I would call the pinnacle of although the 70s were not that great, actually, come to think of it, either. So I don't know, I guess it just depends. The 70s, some of the 70s stuff was pretty bad. Oh my god, so bad. um you're you were raised to listen to 80s music. um Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think we either my husband or I listened to it much around our son. So for him it was like this discovery, you know, to listen to 80s music. And yeah, there's some good stuff. I mean, I definitely have introduced him to some songs, and some music I liked from from the 80s. But the 60s were very chilled. They were to a great extent, but then there was the 60s were interesting because there was very different music from the beginning of the decade to the end of the decade. The two points, like 1960 and 1970, the music changed a lot. So, you know, um, so it's interesting. There are a lot of different kinds of music in the 60s as opposed to like the 80s. The 80s, a lot of it was pop. So, yeah, but I mean, there's definitely, in every era, there's good music. It's just that, it's in some eras there's a lot more bad music than there is good music. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing 80s music like dude, my mouth. Where are you going with these weird lyrics? Like there's, but mostly singles. Like I can't point to a lot of albums in the 80s where I liked the bulk of the album, I have to say. But like there's I don't know. I mean, but most of what I listened to was pop. So like one I was listening to recently was Level 42, Something About You, Scritty Politti, Perfect Way, Can Wishful Thinking, Go West. Just, I mean, those are all like very light pop. Talk Talk, It's My Life. So those are all pop. Oh, no, I was listening to Swing Out Sister, Breakout, Basha, Time and Tide. Then, well, Roxy Music, I think, was 70s. But like Everything But the Girl was a group. Well, it's just two of them, actually, I think. A duo in the 80s that did some really great music. But again, it's pop. So, I'm not claiming that it's significant. It's just good music. So, yeah. Well, anyway, yes. So maybe I'll come up with some music suggestions. I haven't passed them on to my son recently, but like my husband and I both listen to a lot of 60s stuff that my son likes too. Some Doors, Jimi Hendrix. My husband likes Janis Joplin, who I absolutely can't stand, but you know, he's also a lot older than me, so okay. I keep saying I'm going out. Well, have fun cleaning you, Lua. Bless you for that. So yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna log off so I need to get some rest and take my temp and all that stuff. But thanks so much for hanging out, you guys. And I will be on later and maybe see you guys then. So I'm gonna do my hit my complete job thing. Thank you. It'll get there eventually. It's just my body obviously is not happy with this whole thing. So, but it's better for me with my compromised immune system to be as safe as possible. So have fun, and I will maybe see you guys later. Bye bye.